What's up, TikTok? Tickety tock tock. What's up? What's up, TikTok? Hope you guys are well today. I want to hop on here and talk to you guys. Today we're going to be talking about, y'all know how y'all get in relationships and you completely lose yourself? Hello, Mr. Snowden. You completely lose yourself. Like, you don't even know your hobbies no more. You don't know what you like no more. And say the relationship goes left, you feel like you're all broken. Like you cannot pull yourself back together. All of that. You want to know why that is? Simply because you don't have a strong foundation in yourself. We are not taught growing up to make sure that we know who we are first. We're not taught to treat ourselves well. Only thing they tell us is treat others the way you want to be treated. They don't say anything about how you're supposed to treat yourself. So a lot of times we go into relationships and it's like, all right, I want to get to know this person. You start getting to know this person and then it's like, now I'm all about this person. They don't really know you at all. All you going in a relationship and you just, hey, I'm all in. What you like? Oh, whatever you like. What you want to do? Whatever you want to do. What you want to eat? Whatever you want to eat. Like, we have no sense of individual. We're not authentic to ourselves. We're so busy trying to be chosen or picked that we don't realize that if you continue to mirror what they're doing, they're not going to like you anymore, simply because they're not trying to fall in love with themselves. They're trying to fall in love with you. But if you don't have a sense of who am I? What do I like? What do I desire? What do I really want? Then you're never going to have a successful relationship because you're going to continue to mirror your partner. And then if they ask you to actually, okay, chill out on that, you feel like they're doing something wrong by asking you to not be all up in their face. A lot of times we go in and we leave our friends alone. We don't got friends no more. we don't go nowhere no more. We don't take care of ourselves no more. That's when you see the women in the house and all they have on is a bonnet every day. Or the man, he stopped getting a haircut. He be woofing for 2-3 months at a time. Like, we lose our sense of self so easily when we join other people. And it's because you fail to find yourself during your single season. Most of the time you spend your single season chasing other people. You're not trying to find yourself. You're just trying to find some tail, or you're just trying to occupy your time because you can't be alone. And a lot of people don't realize that, like, you have to be alone. You have to take time. Even when it comes to sexually, you have to make sure that you're taking time to get to know yourself. I always tell my clients to treat yourself the way you want to be treated. So if you want flowers once a month, you should buy yourself flowers every month. Do you even like flowers? Or would you prefer candy? Would you prefer a little small trinket? What would you like? And you continue to do those things for yourself, because when a person comes in and they see how you're treating yourself, they're going to treat you that way. A lot of times we complain about a person not treating us right, but we fail to treat ourselves right. We fail to put ourselves first. We fail to actually make someone feel like, oh, I can't play with them. I can't play with her. I can't play with him. He gonna make me stand on this, or she's gonna make me stand on this. And a lot of times that's why you are in the type of relationship you're in. That's the reason why your relationship fails, because you allowed them to do anything. You allowed them to do whatever. And when they did not give you what you desire, you took it. And anything that you take, you are in agreement with. So if you tell a woman, I prefer cooked meals over out to eat meals, and every day she want to go out to eat, and you settle for that, guess what? You deserve that. That's what you wanted, because you settled for that. If you tell a man, I need you home every night, and he don't come home every night, but you stay, you settled for that. And the reason why you're settling for that is because you're not securing yourself. You don't believe in yourself. Learn yourself, love yourself, then exactly, and then teach others. And you have to teach people how to treat yourself. You have to teach people how to treat you. Because if not, they're going to give you whatever. They're going to say, oh, they accepting it. And I always tell people, it's like, if you walk in your house every day, you kick your dog, that dog don't holler, don't do nothing, you're going to keep walking in the house kicking the dog. The first time the dog holler, you going to reevaluate that thing. Like, wait a minute, I can't do this no more. I can't kick the dog no more. I got to do something else. So the first time a person messes up, you need to tell them, like, let's check this right here, because I'm not handling it. I'm not doing this. I can't deal with this. I don't want to do this, and I'm not going to do this. And when you are securing yourself, you will stand up for yourself, because regardless of whether they leave or they stay, you're still securing you. And you know that I deserve the things that I am desiring. So I'm going to keep on moving until I get it. If they don't want to give it to me, that's fine. That's all handy dandy. It is what it is. I'm going to keep moving on because I can have what I desire. A lot of times that's why we stay in relationships and we are unfulfilled sexually, because we don't want to stand on the things that we want. Oh, well, I know I'm not being pleasured. I know they're not giving me the amount of sex that I want, but I'm going to just stay here. And then later on down the road, you're like, oh, you blow up about it. And then it's like, you ain't been saying nothing. You've been dealing with this. You've been okay with our need for validation. Right. Often. Very often. Not knowing that the only validation that really matters is the validation that you give yourself. If you cannot look at yourself in the mirror and be happy with the person you are, you'll never be able to look at somebody else and be happy with them. Ever. If you can't stand up for yourself, you can't expect your spouse to. If you can't do something for yourself repeatedly, that's why I always tell people, take yourself out on dates, buy yourself stuff, because if you can't maintain that, how can you expect somebody else? If you're not maintaining all your bills, how can you expect somebody else? If you're not maintaining your upkeep, how can you expect somebody else? And the point of doing that is because if I buy myself flowers, and I buy myself flowers once a month. So when a partner comes in, they're going to see that and they're going to start buying me flowers. Now get this. If I know I buy myself flowers once a month and they take up that slack, guess what I'm going to do with the money I normally spend on my flowers? I'm going to buy my partner something. Because now we got to do this exchange. And since you is taking care of me, I need to be taking care of you. It's not one-sided. We have to make sure that we are treating our partners the way we want to be treated, but we are standing on what we desire as well. You have to make sure of that. You have to. It is very important to know what you like, and that's why exploring your body is so important, because if you get in a relationship, if you in your 20s, 25, 30, 35, 40s, if you get in a relationship and you can't tell your partner exactly how to get you there, what you been doing? What have you been doing? And a lot of times we ain't even secure enough in ourselves to actually touch ourselves and get to know ourselves. They try to demonize everything that we do, especially when it comes to women, when it comes to sex. So you are afraid to touch yourself at all. But you should not be. Because if I can't tell you how to get me off, I can't expect you to do the work to figure it out. I ain't found myself interesting enough to know what I like. So I expect for you to. If you can't sit by yourself and be alone, why would you expect for someone else to want to sit with you? If you can't entertain yourself, you definitely can't entertain nobody else. A lot of times we think people are going to come in and make our life better. But if your life is not already good before people come in, guess what? You're going to have the same sad life. You're going to have a little highlight reel for a little bit in their honeymoon phase. And then they're going to realize you boring. They're going to realize you don't teach them nothing. They're going to realize they're going to actually taking time to heal, or taking time to heal your trauma. You're not paying yourself any attention. So what can you do for me? If you can't take care of yourself, if you don't find yourself important, if you don't read, if you don't invest, if you don't save, what can you do for me? And you have to make sure that you are taking care. Like, it all starts with self. It all starts with self. You have to make sure that you are secure, that you have a foundation, because if not, you're going to continue to be wavy, whipping back and forth. Get in a relationship, oh, I'm happy for 6 months, and then they realize you boring. Now you breaking up again. Oh, all these men the same, all these women the same. No, you are the common denominator. When you stop being the victim, you start realizing, wait a minute now. What did I do in this relationship what do I keep doing in all of my relationships that keep yielding me the same thing? Like, if the same things keep happening in all your relationships, you cannot blame it on anybody else. Thank you. You cannot blame it on nobody else. You have to look at yourself. When you stop playing victim, you release everybody else's power and you take control of your own life. And that is the whole point, taking control of everything that you want, everything that you desire. So if my relationships fail, okay, I keep letting this red flag fly. I keep accepting anything. I keep letting people do me any type of way. So next time, I'm going to stand up for myself. I don't care how long I got to be by myself. I'm going to stand up for myself. Why? Because if I'm going to end up alone anyway, I might as well enjoy being alone. Right or wrong. Like, y'all have to make sure that you are first and foremost. Thank you. You are first and foremost all the time in every relationship. Because without a healthy you, without a growing you, without a healing you, nothing around you is going to operate correctly. And especially when it comes to my women. That's why I always say I work with women first, because we create. We determine how the house is going to flow. So if the house is not flowing properly, you are not in alignment. If you get up and you got an attitude, everybody in the house going to have an attitude. If you start reading, I bet your husband or your partner going to be like, what you read? What you doing? Tell me about it. Teach me something. If the kids say you read, Mama reads, so I'm about to read too. Like, we create. So if you know yourself, if you can be content in yourself, you can transform your whole entire life. You can change your whole world. Get to know yourself. Get to know your power. That thing down there is power. You create life. As women, we create life. If a man give us something, we multiply it. So why would you use your power lightly? Take it lightly. You're not supposed to take your power lightly. You're supposed to learn your whole entire body. The more you know about yourself, the more power you have. The more power you have, the more you can create. The more you can change your bloodline. The more you can change your legacy. The more you can teach your kids. The more you can teach your household. The more you guys can operate as a team. Because I know me, you know you. We're going to mesh this together and we're going to become one and do this thing. But a lot of times women do, like, we don't want to get to know ourselves. It's all about pleasing someone else. And we was taught that a little bit. Like, we seen women sacrifice everything and it didn't matter whether they was happy or not. Don't do that. I'm telling y'all that. Don't do that. Get to know you. Get to know yourself. Get to know your body. Get to know your hobbies. What do you like? And when you go in a relationship, don't stop that. If you got a standing appointment with your best friends every month to go out to eat, you still do that. I'll see you later, honey. I love you. I love being around you, but I need some me time. I need to go. I need to separate. I need to make sure that I maintain my authenticity, because if this should not go the way we plan it to go, I don't want to be so wrapped up into you that I can't get myself back together. Hey, Mr. My Time. Like, I cannot be so wrapped up with you that I can't pull myself back together. And you have to be so secure in yourself that you can say, you know what? This ain't work out, but it must just won't in alignment for me. This was not what it was meant to be. Thank you. Thank you. Make sure you join my Patreon. You have to be so secure in yourself that anything that does not work out in your life, that you are able to say, this just was not for me. What lesson was I supposed to learn? Any relationship, I don't care, friendship, romantic, any job, anything. What lesson was this supposed to teach me? What was I supposed to learn? Okay, let me move forward with this experience and create a better life. But we get so caught up in, oh my God, they gone. Or, oh my God, I lost this. You focus on the wrong thing. You never let your past or your present determine your future. No. Because I see myself somewhere else. So even if this relationship ain't work out, I see myself as being somebody's wife. I thank you for the experience. I'm going on. Don't cry over spilled milk. It is what it is. And that's why you have to make sure that you are vetting people and that you're not just giving yourself to anybody. So if it do not work out, it's like, oh, well, I ain't lost nothing. Get to know people. When you are securing yourself, you will do that. Because I have worked too hard on myself to allow anybody to come in and disrupt my alignment, disrupt my peace, disrupt my energy. So I know who I am. I know what I like. I know what I can do for me. And if you're not going to better my life, I don't need you here. Another thing, how can I better your life? If I can't better your life, why are we here? Like I said, as women, we create. So if he don't have nothing for you to better, why are you there? Why we fall so victim to everything, but we have the power to change everything. We have the power to change our whole entire life. We just be sitting on it. Stop giving yourself up. Stop letting your past determine how you are now. I don't care what you've been through, what you done did, none of that. If you don't know yourself, get to know yourself. If you don't know your body, get to know your body. Start standing up for yourself. Start speaking up for your pleasure. It's 2023. I should not hear that women are not having orgasms. What you mean? What do you mean you're not having an orgasm? It's 15 ways to orgasm. What do you mean you're not having one? Get to know yourself before you get to know somebody else. Because like I said before, if you have not taken the time to get to know yourself, how are you going to expect somebody else to? And why you trying to get to know them and you trying to make sure their pleasure, they're not doing the same for you. So it's still a one-way street. And then you mad because you done put in all this time to get to know this person and make sure everything is perfect, but they haven't returned the favor. But that's how you treat yourself. As long as everybody else is great, you okay. You can't get mad at people for treating you the way you treat you. You cannot get mad at people for treating you the way you treat you. If you second to everything, people gonna treat you like that. If you blow off your friends, if you blow off your responsibilities, people gonna treat you like that. Oh, well, you can do that later. You've been doing it. Don't let people come in your life and monopolize all of your time. Do not. You are important. Remember that. Man or woman, you are the prize. We are both prizes. You win and I win. If we in a good space, if we both healing, if we both working for our future, if you win, I win. You the prize, I'm the prize. I'm going to treat you like a prize, you going to treat me like a prize. Or this can't work. Stop accepting less than what you want. When you settle, you telling God that, hey, it don't matter whether I get it. Or I don't believe I'm good enough to get it. I don't believe you can give it to me. And regardless, no matter what you say, God, the Most High, the universe, whatever. If you settle, you are telling them, I don't believe you can give it to me. I don't believe you can make it happen. We don't look at stuff like that. You doubting your higher power. For a second, a split second that you're going to be happy. Good morning. A split second. You're going to be happy a split second. Soon as that honeymoon fades over, you're going to realize this ain't going to work. And you're going to be right back instead of standing on what you wanted. When you securing yourself, you have boundaries. You know how to have standards. You know how to do all of that because I'm securing me. I'm telling y'all have to get to know yourself. Know what you want. Know what you like. Treat yourself the way you want to be treated. So that you have that standard. If I know what I do for myself, if you try to give me less than that, if I can do more than what I'm doing, Like, y'all think about this. And that go for, I always say it go for man or woman. It don't matter. It do not matter. Men complain about women and women complain about men, but nobody want to know the solution. What is the solution? How are we going to help each other? How are we going to get to the point where families are actually families again? That we showing our kids that, you know how you used to be watching TV and they like, ooh, get a room. Yeah, I want my daughter to see that. Mama, get a room. That's what we supposed to be showing our kids. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't got love, you still not going to be happy. Still. If you ain't secure in you, you still not going to be happy. You see so many people make it to the top and then out themselves. Why? Because I don't care. If you're not secure in you, you're not going to be happy. You have to have your own foundation. Have your own square. Because when you do get a partner, if they rock, you need to be able to stand and hold it like, I got it. You rock, I got it. And vice versa. When you rock, they supposed to have it. If it ain't working that way, y'all ain't no team and you need to dissolve their relationship. And another thing before I go, stop holding on to stuff that is no longer serving you. They go for people, places, things, habits, anything. If it's not serving you, if it's not yielding you growth, if it's not yielding you healing, if it's not yielding you monetary, if it's not teaching you anything, you and your partner should learn something together every single day. Babe, what you learned today? How did you process today? What emotions did you feel today? Like all of that, like you should learn something every day to teach your partner. Your kids, you should be teaching your kids something new every single day. It's so much to learn. And we all talk about the knowledge that we don't have, but we're not striving to get it. All that starts here. It starts within you. It starts with you creating a better version of yourself. Obtaining that confidence that you need in order to move your life along. I'm telling you, my confidence so high, I don't care what I want. I've been walking around the last week saying, I'm rich, I don't care. Like, I'm rich, I don't care. I don't care. It costs, I'm rich, I don't care. Because I know it's mine. I know my body. I'm not finna go into now another relationship and not experience the best of my life. Before I figured out, I was the same way everybody else. Oh, I'm not orgasm. I'm not this. My last relationship, it was so many fireworks in that relationship. It's like, oh my God, I know myself. I can tell him which way to go, which way not to go. I am confident enough to say, listen, I want to try this. And not be scared about whether or not they're going to judge me or whether or not they're going to shame me. Because if you ain't into it, just tell me that. Your relationship should be like that. Your partner should be your best friend. I can talk to you about anything. I don't care if I say I want to swing from the ceiling fan. You're going to be like, all right, let me tighten the bolts up. Like, for real, that's how you should be with your partner. And you should be confident enough to say, I want to swing from the ceiling fan. Like, when it comes to dirty talk, women be so scared to dirty talk. Why? That's your forever partner. That's your partner. That's the person you're supposed to share your deepest, darkest secret with. What you mean you can't send them a sex message? What you mean? You're supposed to have the confidence to be able to do that. So, listen. Make sure y'all have confidence. Make sure y'all standing on your own foundation. Make sure you know yourself. Make sure you know what you desire. Make sure you're treating yourself the way that you want to be treated. Hey, Coach Allie. Make sure you're treating yourself the way that you want to be treated. So when someone else come in, they can see how you're treating you and they will treat you accordingly. That even rolled down to your kids. If you don't teach your kids to respect your time, guess what? They not. It's just like if you don't teach your kids to respect you, they not. And the same thing they see you do is what they're going to do. If you think about it, every time your parents said, don't do as I do as I say, you did what they did. If you look at your life, I bet you're living in some way similar to your parents. Change that. We can change that. We can shift the future. I'm going to shift mine. Y'all better shift y'all's. Make sure y'all join my Patreon. I'm going to be talking about this. We're going to build boundaries. We're going to have standards. We're going through all of that, and you're going to get to know your body. You're going to know how to make your body come in all 15 of those ways. So make sure that you join my Patreon and start changing your life. Start changing your life. It's 2023. You deserve the life that you desire to live. Okay? I hope y'all have a great day. Enjoy it. Smile more. Do something you would not have done today. Stand up for yourself today. Do something. But enjoy your day. Smile. And go join my Patreon. All right. Y'all have a good one. I gotta block this person. Block. Confirm.